initiative by Preppie.com. I am not sure if any other any other one does such physical mocks. I would advise anyone to to have this experience before their real interview. I believe creating that whole environment, making it as real as possible, so that you are aware of each and everything that you would want to do in your interview. For example, just
mock interview, it was definitely good. They deep dived into definitely what I started with. So good follow-up questions, good questions how they pitched in, and good questions and good recommendations, I would rather say. They gave the recommendations they gave me. Were the truly ones which I actually got from some other people as well. And these were the recommendations which they gave. They gave me recommendations and provided certain solutions to my problems as well. So, well, if I just say, keeping the session interviews near to the place where the actual interviews will take place is definitely a plus point, because I got to know on the D-Day what the activities or the traffic scenarios I might face, because it usually takes an hour to reach here, but today unfortunately it took me around 2 hours. So I would be rather much more proactive. Secondly, coming in, definitely I'll say I had a little goosebumps, but yeah, it eventually turned down when the interviewers they told me about themselves, and I eventually, when I started telling them about myself.
So they try to cover questions from all buckets that could be there, right? One very important question that is generally there, testing your your goals, right? How firm you are about your goals, right? And they also make sure, the interviewers make sure, making it a little tough as to, so okay, I plan to, go in finance jobs, private investment banking jobs. So, grilling me there, to the extent which I may face in the actual interviews. Obviously, the purpose is that I'm prepared for it. And after this, so I was struggling with this question earlier, but after the interview, they gave me some really good tips, right? Which I can build in my response.
Well, I'll say the questions which actually they pointed me out were the tough ones. I'll rather put it this way. Why they said that why ISB, that would be easy, that would be great if I could just more articulate my thoughts. So that was the one. And yeah, well, definitely they said that I could be little less stressful. If I say, sometimes it might happen that I might get stressed in some questions. If I do not know the answer to such questions, one should not bulge out, or one should not fret.
So there was one thing relating to finance trends that was there. I was not expecting that it might be there. So there was a little bit of struggle there. But they have given me some tips, as to what I can prepare, what I may expect in the interview. So I'll be working on that before my actual interview. So initially I was nervous. Then for approximately 20 or 25 odd minutes, it was going good, right? Good conversation happening. Some good stories came in, right? So was able to develop a good connection. Towards the end, I feel the conversation got a little astray, right? So I got into a comparison of ISB versus IAM, right? It was not intentional. Somehow the conversation got directed there, and I sort of kept on getting deeper into that. So that was one point which I feel could have been better. They obviously, and they've given me some advice about it, how to handle those questions. So yeah, towards the end it was a little bit. Otherwise, I would say it went on good. Right? There was some bump towards the end, but yeah, we finished on a good note.
When they asked about my experiences, my skating, my bhangra, and my business, so I was actually very happy to tell. I feel actually calmed out. I'm actually calmed out. They're chilled out basically. I'm actually in a calm state. I know what I need to do, what I need to focus on, and I know what my good points are. So I'll keep following my good points, and the things which I need to improve, I'll improve them as per the suggestions by the.
Physically is any day, it's a different experience. What happens many times is your body language also talks a lot, right? The kind of confidence that you're able to show through a physical interview cannot happen any day in a virtual interview. So it allows you to put yourself out there, right? Even sometimes what happens is, right, if you're talking to you're confident, right, you have good sign language, so even whatever you're saying, right, even if it's not up to the expectation, but if you have that confidence, you'll see it through. So
Yeah.
getting that practice before coming in, right? So had my first physical interview been tomorrow, I probably would have been a little nervous. But now having done that practice here, I feel I am going to be more confident tomorrow.
Well, definitely what I mentioned to the panel as well. Having an interview physically is definitely a plus point because you get to experience the reality, what might happen in the interview, the lighting scenarios, the panel, how they greet, how they break the ice. So that is definitely the plus point, and I think the every person who wants to go for an interview should have it. So this was truly the good experience which I faced. So.